Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to SmackDown's Go Home Show. We are just 2 days away from Survivor Series, and we are just one day away from the NXT TakeOver WarGames pay-per-view. It is going to be chaotic as hell, not only tomorrow, but also at Survivor Series. And is out here kicking us off because not only is he the one technically that is leading SmackDown into battle. At least that's what Christian believes he is doing. We'll see. We'll see how he actually fares, ladies and gentlemen, because Christian is with Brock Lesnar, Nick Aldis, as well as another big time member, Stone Cold Steve Austin, to take on CM Punk, Logan Paul, and two other big names, Dolph Ziggler and AJ Styles, the Team Raw captain. And we'll see the WarGames advantage on the line later on tonight as well. Are you guys seriously booing me, Captain Charisma? I am the captain for SmackDown. May it not be official, I will be the one leading SmackDown into victory at Survivor Series. And after that, well, it seems like Edge and Randy Orton may be on our tails after what we did to them. They're not here tonight after those injuries they sustained last week. Edge, I hope you're recovering at home with your family. Not easy watching you get thrown into a light fixture, but that is what happens when you disrespect me, Edge. You get dealt with. But for Randy Orton, that beatdown that I gave you is just the start. Next Friday on SmackDown, Rusev and I are challenging Rated RKO to a tag team matchup. It would really be a damn shame for Edge and Randy to not be 100% for their WarGames matchup against the Judgment Day. Advantage or no advantage for your team, I don't think you're going to be 100%, and that's going to favor the Judgment Day at the end of the day. And talking about Rusev and I, like I said, we are just getting started, and we are going to show this roster, Edge and Randy Orton, what we'll be having in store. So now, if you don't mind, I gotta get the hell out of this shitty city and state and head over to Chicago, Illinois to Survivor Series to get ready for that massive Raw vs. SmackDown matchup. I'll see you guys Sunday night. Well, that was some quite rude words there from Christian. Even though he is not the official team captain, Christian not only telling us that he's going to be leading Team SmackDown into victory once again, but also about the situation with Christian and Randy Orton and Edge. Situation from last week, Christian attacking Randy Orton after Orton's match last week with Finn Balor. And then backstage, we saw Rusev attacking Edge, throwing him into a light fixture. So Edge and Randy Orton are not here tonight, but I do have word from SmackDown General Manager JBL that Edge and Randy Orton will be still competing at WarGames in that 4 vs. 4 matchup against the Judgment Day. But Christian does have a point. They are not going to be 100%. And even though Cody Rhodes, John Cena, Edge, and Randy Orton have the technical advantage, with them not being a 100%, you gotta believe the Judgment Day may have the actual advantage in that matchup. And the thing also for the Judgment Day, I think part of it for Sunday night with that matchup, the Judgment Day are going to be in a grueling battle against Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, and Will Ospreay the night before at the NXT TakeOver WarGames match. So certainly Judgment Day is going to go through hell just as much as obviously Cody Rhodes, John Cena, Edge, and Randy Orton. So we'll see how that figure out to go, but this is a major matchup to kick us off on SmackDown tonight. We were scheduled to see this matchup last week. It was scheduled to be a 2-on-1 handicap matchup between Rhea Ripley going on against Beth Phoenix and Eve Torres. We didn't get that because Rhea Ripley had a so-called vacation that she attended to after defeating Eve Torres at that recent pay-per-view. But now she is here tonight, and she is looking to put a 2-on-1 beating on Beth Phoenix and Eve Torres. And not a lot of people can say they've walked out of a 2-on-1 handicap match with a victory. This is a 1-on-2 handicap tag team matchup here, so there will have to be tags. So Rhea Ripley is going to have to really fight through Beth Phoenix and Eve Torres, two WWE Hall of Famers for sure. And now here comes Eve Torres down to the ring. She put on a strong showing against Rhea Ripley, but Rhea Ripley, the Eradicator here on SmackDown, was able to beat Eve Torres. We know Eve Torres does have a contract here on SmackDown. We don't know how long that contract is, but it is still good to see Eve Torres here live on SmackDown. And the question is also for Eve Torres, does she have any championship aspirations? I mean, we've heard rumors of back and forth kind of saying, oh, hey, you know what, she plans on being here for quite a bit long time, going after the championship and such, but, plans change. Not everything is going to go the way you got planned. And the match has officially started. Beth Phoenix and Rhea Ripley. We've seen this one-on-one encounter before. Rhea Ripley defeating Beth Phoenix, and she would actually go on to put Beth Phoenix through a table, and that would lead to the comeback of Eve Torres here in WWE. She would come out here and take out Rhea Ripley, sending a message to not only Rhea Ripley, but saving Beth Phoenix in the terms of, Rhea Ripley could have continued that beatdown. And then on the following pay-per-view, we saw an ECW One Night Stand, or I should say just in the pay-per-view recently, against Rhea Ripley and Eve Torres. Rhea Ripley was able to defeat Eve Torres. So, it's just one of those things, ladies and gentlemen, that Rhea Ripley is starting to build up some wins, especially over big-time WWE legends. And certainly for her, big-time stiff spear there from Rhea Ripley. I think that will help her get back into title contention very, very soon. But the title picture is very different now. You have Jade Cargill at the top of the mountain with that women's championship here on SmackDown. And talking about that women's championship, it will be defended tonight in your main event as Jade Cargill defends up against Asuka. Asuka was the champion walking into ECW One Night Stand, and unfortunately for her, Jade Cargill was able to walk out as champion. This is going to be one of her first major title defenses in the era of Jade Cargill. So we'll see if she can actually put something together and put down Asuka once and for all. And we'll see who will step up to the plate if that were to happen, as the Eradicator looking to eradicate Eve Torres. Pinfall. Is this it? 2, 3. Yes, it is. Holy cow. Rhea Ripley coming out here early. And I was just saying moments ago that it is not easy to defeat when you don't have the advantage in a 2-on-1 handicap matchup. And Rhea Ripley comes through here tonight and once again beats her challengers, but this time in a 2-on-1 handicap match. Rhea Ripley is firing herself up at this moment. Hey Cody, how you doing, man? Hey, I just want to let you know that for tonight's matchup, I know you want to go at this alone with the Judgment Day. I know you're talking about ending this, eradicating the Judgment Day for once and for all. But for tonight, Edge and Randy Orton are here to have our backs. So right now, we're outnumbered and we're outmanned. I know the star power between you and myself is pretty much out there, and we could easily take them, but we need to be careful tonight. If you need me to come out there just to make sure no funny business comes down, I will gladly help you out, Cody, if that's what you want. Say the words, and I will be out there to back you up. What do you say, Cody? What do you want to do tonight? Good to see you too, John. But with everything going on, like you mentioned, we're trying to get rid of the Judgment Day for once and for all, and they believe that I probably can't get this done by myself. To once again, I've defeated all of them for the most part in one-on-one singles action. I've done it on Monday Night Raw, I've done it on SmackDown, and it won't change tonight. I appreciate you having my back tonight, John, I really do. But as of right now, I have to do this all by myself tonight, out in that center of the ring. So if you could stay back here, if they do decide to jump me, I'll take my chances. But if they do come out you're more than welcome to come save me, but right now, I do have to do it one-on-one later on tonight. I'll see you around, John. I gotta get ready for my match. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for a massive 6-man tag team matchup where Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits will be teaming to take on Intercontinental Champion LA Knight and the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. And coming up for this weekend at Survivor Series, it is going to be Bobby Lashley, Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins, and Apollo Crews taking on the Hurt Business, that being Keith Lee, Omos, Shelton Benjamin, and Cedric Alexander in a massive 4 versus 4 War Games matchup this Sunday. And it's an all-out war, and it's basically what Bobby Lashley is. He's saying he's putting all of his chips on the table for this matchup. Essentially, the winner of that War Games matchup will have the Hurt Business's credentials, essentially the trademarks, the whole name, the whole shebang that the Hurt Business has. So if Bobby Lashley wins, the team of Street Profits, Bobby Lashley, and if Apollo Crews is officially part of this group, they will be known as the Hurt Business. But if Bobby Lashley loses, he will be officially be terminated of his contract on SmackDown, and he will be moved over to Monday Night Raw. So a lot of stuff going on when it comes to the Hurt Business, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see how it's going to come out, man. It's going to be a crucial night for a lot of SmackDown matches, especially the Judgment Day versus Cody Rhodes, John Cena, Edge, and Randy Orton. That matchup is pretty big as well. And also with the triple threat matches that we see throughout NXT TakeOver and Survivor Series, trying to see who the better champion is. Obviously, LA Knight is going to have his own big-time matchup where it will be LA Knight taking on NXT United Kingdom champion Sting, as well as the United States champion Bronson Reed. And then for the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, who we are about to witness come out here right now, it is going to be SmackDown's Tag Team Champions Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn taking on NXT Tag Team Champions, the Undisputed Era, as well as the Raw Tag Team Champions, D-Generation X, Braun Breaker, and Big E. It's going to go down, man. I cannot wait for that Tornado 6-man triple threat tag team matchup, man. It's going to be an absolute banger of a matchup. And then also, you got a triple threat matchup for the 3 major titles in WWE. You got Gunther, the World Heavyweight Champion from Raw. You have Kenny Omega, the NXT champion on NXT. Then on SmackDown, you have obviously Cody Rhodes, your Undisputed Champion. How massive of a matchup that is, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely massive, as well as the women's matchup for Raw, NXT, and SmackDown. It is going to be just a massive night here. Referee rings the bell. Here we go. Montez Ford and LA Knight kicking us off here. A monumental night, ladies and gentlemen, from top to bottom. Not only do we have this big 6-man tag, but also later on tonight, actually coming up next, you have the WarGames Advantage matchup being put back on the line. Last week, AJ Styles defeated Nick Aldis to give Monday Night Raw the advantage, but Brock Lesnar would attack AJ Styles. Brock Lesnar is a part of Team Smackdown. And then on Monday Night Raw, we would see a little bit of deja vu. AJ Styles would go on to defeat Wade Barrett as he would get ready for his massive matchup at Survivor Series weekend. Well, then Brock Lesnar again would come out and take out AJ Styles. But it didn't stop there. Logan Paul and Dolph Ziggler would come out and try to, stop Brock Lesnar from the attack, but Logan Paul and Dolph Ziggler would eat the fates of multiple F5s. And then we waited for CM Punk. We heard the music and everything, but CM Punk would come from behind and attack Brock Lesnar and actually get the upper hand. So it seems like CM Punk isn't, not only he is very smart, but also he isn't afraid to step up to a man like Brock Lesnar. So certainly AJ Styles and Brock Lesnar going at it tonight. You got to see if AJ Styles is going to be 100% after eating multiple F5s over this past week on Raw and certainly last SmackDown. So we'll see how that goes. Brock Lesnar, he ate some damage from CM Punk as well. So, you know, AJ Styles may be more bruised, but certainly you can never count out the phenomenal AJ Styles. Also tonight, we have Cody Rhodes versus Damien Priest, one-on-one non-title matchup. Cody Rhodes seems like he wants to do this all by himself. Told John Cena to stay in the back, but if something were to happen, he's more than welcome to come out and save him, type of situation. But he says this with them trying to get rid of the Judgment Day, and the Judgment Day not really believing Cody Rhodes can do this all by himself. Rhodes is going to be out there by himself to prove that point. And it was a great point by Cody Rhodes saying, hey, I've already defeated Damien Priest and most of the Judgment Day in singles action before, so I already know how to beat them by myself, but I will gladly do it again. As here we go with the big tag, LA Knight and Bobby Lashley. Knight trying to attack that knee there of Bobby Lashley, but was a little bit too short as both men going back and forth here. Ooh, nice power slam there, and like we mentioned before, LA Knight having that massive triple threat matchup coming his way as Lashley connects with that vicious cutter of the neck area of LA Knight. And oh my goodness, Lashley with a hell of a maneuver over the top rope. But like I was mentioning, for LA Knight, he has, not only is he going to face the NXT UK champion Sting, but also faces the United States champion Bronson Reed in a triple threat match to determine basically who's a better champion. Is it the Raw champion, NXT champion, or will it be LA Knight as your Intercontinental champion? And then same thing can be said for Owens and Sami Zayn, D-Generation X, and also the Undisputed Era. Those are going to be massive triple threat 6-man matches, man. It's going to be a great night, not only for NXT TakeOver, but also Survivor Series. And when we talk about Survivor Series, this will put us on the road to the Royal Rumble right after Survivor Series. There's a dominator there from Bobby Lashley, but Owens right there to break it up. Does not want this match to end just yet. And obviously a lot of these performances and a lot of these matches, a lot of these superstars want to, the superstars that may be missing out on the card, they certainly want to see themselves having a matchup in the Royal Rumble. And if they're not in a championship matchup or in a major match in general, I guess, that Royal Rumble gives them that opportunity. 30 men, 30 women, with all an opportunity to go on to main event WrestleMania. For the Royal Rumble for the men's side is a blue thunderbomb out of nowhere to Dawkins. Could you imagine? This could be it. Is this enough? No, 2 count as Montez Ford breaks it up. But like I was saying, 30 men, 30 women for the Royal Rumble matchup. For the men's side, we've seen the likes of Batista, the first ever Royal Rumble winner, and also as a haluva kick there from Sami Zayn, Adam Cole was the second ever Royal Rumble winner. And he actually went on to main event WrestleMania and walk out with the WWE Championship. So good on Adam Cole to do that for himself at that time as a pinfall opportunity. Will this be enough? But no, Dawkins cannot put away Zayn. As Montez Ford and Owens going at it here at ringside here as we are live in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Sold out capacity crowd. Everyone here tonight will be going on a plane, getting themselves all the way to Chicago, Illinois after tonight's matchup. As look at that, the silencer from Angelo Dawkins. Brutal beating at ringside here. LA Knight, the only one that's really not getting his behind kicked, and is able to save the matchup. And now Dawkins, big splash to the midsection, another pinfall opportunity for the Almighty Prophets. And right now the Almighty Prophets, they are putting a whooping right now on Kevin Owens at ringside. This is essentially a 2-on-3 matchup right now. And if I'm Sami Zayn, I toss Dawkins the hell out of this ring and really just try to change the trajectory of this matchup if you have to. Pinfall. Is this it? And it is! Zayn actually had enough to put away Angelo Dawkins there. And just like that, holy crap, despite Kevin Owens getting his behind kicked by Bobby Lashley and company outside there, LA Knight was all by himself. Sami Zayn, he was taking a lot of damage. That Blue Thunder Bomb did a lot of damage, but Montez Ford broke it up. But ultimately, look at this silencer out of nowhere from Dawkins, though. Beautiful maneuver. But right here, the eye rake of doom, and right there, went for the pinfall. Kevin Owens was right there to kind of block Bobby Lashley just for a brief second, but enough for LA Knight, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn to walk out victorious. How do you guys think these guys are going to fare this weekend live at NXT TakeOver as well as Survivor Series? I cannot wait to see how everything turns out. And now the matchups that we are been waiting for a long time here. We got AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar, 1-on-1. Brock Lesnar just recently turning to SmackDown. He's been out for a couple months due to that assault from Karrion Kross months ago. And that kind of led the trajectory of where Karrion Kross is right now. But this is a matchup that we've been wanting to see for years. AJ Styles and Brock Lesnar. If I do remember correctly, we did see AJ Styles and Brock Lesnar years and years ago on Monday Night Raw. I believe it was probably 2018, 2019, if not 2017. It's been a good 5-6 years for sure, if I do remember correctly. But certainly seeing it in a SmackDown ring is going to make it even better. AJ Styles, a former WWE Champion here on SmackDown, multi-time WWE Champion. Lesnar, former Universal Champion in his own right. But we'll see how this fares. AJ Styles, a man of his word, he's putting on the WarGames advantage. It's on the line in this matchup. Styles could have easily just said, hey, you know what, I want to match up with Lesnar, but he wanted to make this matchup have some more substance to it. He put his WarGames advantage on the line. We'll see if it, comes back to bite him in his behind. But, AJ Styles is a fighter, ladies and gentlemen. The leader of the OC. As there he is, ladies and gentlemen, Brock Lesnar. And ever since being back, he honestly looks like he's a lot bigger, a little bit stronger probably. Been maybe doing some different diets, but this man is still in phenomenal shape despite having to deal with those assaults that he ate by Karrion Kross a couple months back. But he does still look pretty good, and he looks like he's even more vicious in the terms of, he learned from his last run a couple months ago that, these cats are a little different around here on the main roster, Raw and SmackDown. So Lesnar certainly, you probably wouldn't mind getting back in the ring with Karrion Kross, but right now he is focused on this matchup with AJ Styles. I don't know if he necessarily cares about getting that WarGames advantage for SmackDown, but I think for Lesnar, this is just getting him ready for Survivor Series weekend. Team Raw versus Team SmackDown inside of a steel cage, a 2-ring steel cage to be that. Brock Lesnar has never participated in something like that, and this just gives him something that he wants, something to be just locked in. That just make a locked beast inside of a cage. That is not going to be good for his opponents of Team Raw. As here we go, AJ Styles, Brock Lesnar, here we go. Two of the best in all of WWE going at it live on SmackDown. This could be a pay-per-view matchup, but we are giving it to you just the night before NXT TakeOver and just 2 days away from Survivor Series. Styles now trying to go for a springboard, but Brock Lesnar's like, no, kid. Not going to happen in my house. I'll give you your own little springboard. Let me springboard you, just throw you somewhere else. And now, wait a minute, Lesnar has him up. Is he thinking F5? No, too early. I thought for a second how he had him up. I thought maybe, just maybe, he was thinking F5, looking to put away AJ Styles. And with the amount of damage Styles has taken from the likes of Brock Lesnar, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw something like that. And now here comes Styles with a big reversal to Brock Lesnar. Imagine how big of a win this would be for AJ Styles, able to knock off the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar. One of the best to ever do it in the ring. AJ Styles does technically have more accolades in the terms of championships as well as wins in the middle of that ring. From former Mr. Money in the Bank, former WWE Champion, former Universal Champion, former United States Champion, AJ Styles has done a little bit of everything in his whole entire career. For Brock Lesnar, former Universal Champion, it doesn't really have too much after that, but doesn't mean that he hasn't been successful in the terms of those big time matches in his career. Pinfall opportunity, but the referee right there clearly sees that Lesnar's feet are underneath the bottom rope there. And oh my goodness, a brutal snap suplex there to Styles. And Styles has to be very careful, because once Lesnar starts throwing you around with these suplexes and even a brainbuster into a Northern Lights suplex, that makes him even more vicious. So certainly, with how dangerous Brock Lesnar is, you gotta be careful, but you can't underestimate AJ Styles as well. So Brock has to be very careful of underestimating AJ as well. And Brock, oh my goodness, trying to almost like snap the neck, it almost looks like, of AJ Styles. Lesnar again trying to do something, but Lesnar with the big, gets punched right in the rib/guts area. And now Styles, just like that, gets the much needed momentum he needs at that time. And now, wait a minute, gonna go for the calf killer, but again, just those long legs of Lesnar saving his behind right there. Lesnar trying to get up to his feet. AJ Styles, phenomenal forearm, but no, Lesnar saw it, and look at Lesnar, he's eating this up. He knew what Styles was going to do. He could literally anticipate Styles' next maneuver. That is what AJ Styles loves to do. After hitting a calf killer, he likes to go for that phenomenal forearm, and it works in his favor about 90% of the time. But the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar, he's a whole different animal, ladies and gentlemen. Oh! Look at Styles, just those vicious maneuvers there from Brock against the head there. And now the Kimura lock here. We don't have the best angle here, unfortunately, but the Kimura lock is applied. I don't know if there's enough damage to AJ Styles' forearm for a possible tap out. Styles now able to roll through. Oh, and a big forearm strike. Here comes Styles, starting to speed up the matchup. That is not what Lesnar wants right now. It's a huge Pele kick there. Back and forth we go, ladies and gentlemen. And now, wait a minute, another calf killer, and very similar to the other position that he just was. The long legs of Lesnar come into play once again, which very surprising that Styles should know the length of Brock Lesnar, but it's in the heat of the moment. I guess you don't really expect it to come into play at that moment. Lesnar trying to stay a hold of this matchup right now. It seems like every time Styles has been able to hit a big maneuver, it certainly hasn't worked out in his favor just because of Lesnar's long legs. And look at now, he's going to focus on the leg. That could help out the calf killer if Styles were to go to that direction once again. Styles telling Lesnar to get up to his feet. Don't really know what Styles has in store here. Oh, look, maybe a Styles clash. Yes, Styles clash to Brock Lesnar. Is that enough? Center of the ring, no rope breaks possible here. No, Lesnar kicks out at the very last second. 2.5. And now Lesnar needs to try and get some kind of offense going here. As both men run into each other. Here comes Brock, and again running into each other. It's like running into a wall when you face Brock Lesnar. And now look at Brock Lesnar with his own submission hold here. Maybe this is his version of a calf killer, almost like a heel hook of sorts, trying to snap that ankle. And Styles realizing that, fighting out of it. Man, this has been a good matchup, ladies and gentlemen. This feels like a pay-per-view matchup here. Styles now, ooh, nice standing drop kick, takes down the Beast. And now, AJ Styles, springboard, misses that maneuver. Will that come back to cost him here? And now Styles being tossed like a cruiserweight right there from the Beast Incarnate. And now another Kimura, better angle this time though. Will Styles be able to slip out of it? Yes, he was. Look at that, not too much damage done there. What a matchup, man. I know I just said it, but this is a type of matchup you'd love to see on a pay-per-view. Styles now. Big elbow to the middle of that back, loosening up loosening up Brock Lesnar's back. Styles now, phenomenal forearm that connects that time. Pinfall opportunity. Referee is literally right there. Is this it? Yes, it is. AJ Styles is your winner tonight. What a match. And I think for AJ Styles, there was times in this matchup Lesnar wanted to go for the F5, but AJ Styles was quicker in certain opportunities to where Brock couldn't even do that. And right here, that phenomenal forearm right across the eye of Brock. And that was all she wrote. And Team Raw keeps their advantage. Holy crap. A barn burner for sure. AJ Styles, despite being beaten down by Brock Lesnar multiple times, shows you guys just how damn phenomenal he is and why he is the team captain for Monday Night Raw. We'll see how Raw fares against SmackDown at Survivor Series. We are now back after a really good AJ Styles and Brock Lesnar matchup there. We will have Damien Priest taking on your undisputed champion Cody Rhodes. And from the looks like it looks like the Punisher of the group, Damien Priest, he is out here by himself. So this could this could go a matter of different ways. It seems like maybe both sides are gonna go, hey, you know what? Let's have the better man go out there tonight. Let's see if Cody Rhodes can do it by himself, and let's see if Damien Priest can do it by himself as well. The Judgment Day have so much respect for Damien Priest that they can throw this big man out here and say, hey, go at it. And we saw what the Judgment Day were capable of on NXT recently with Damien Priest and Dijak taking out the Young Bucks, Matt, and Nick Jackson. And obviously Damien Priest and Finn Balor were planning on taking out Kenny Omega. It seems they had the ring surrounded essentially. But then we saw who Kenny Omega's fourth partner was. It was Will Ospreay, a free agent. Somebody that Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks know very, very well. And well, how we saw it saving Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay laid out Damien Priest to be exact, and then also we saw Kenny Omega laying out Finn Balor. So certainly a lot going on for the Judgment Day. Certainly going to be a big weekend for the Judgment Day as well. But now we get to the Undisputed Champion. For Cody Rhodes, he's going to have himself a big weekend for Survivor Series. Not only does Cody Rhodes have a triple threat match against Kenny Omega and Gunther, he also has the 4 versus 4 WarGames matchup against the Judgment Day. So it is going to be a great night, man. It's just like I feel like a broken record when I keep saying it, but there's so much that NXT TakeOver WarGames and also Survivor Series WarGames is going to be throwing at you guys. So much great talent, putting everything on the line in the future. Maybe changing for a lot of these superstars, because after this weekend we get our sights on the Royal Rumble match. So much going on. And the undisputed champion for Cody Rhodes, I mean, he was able to get that back at ECW One Night Stand. It seems like Karrion Kross may not be done with him as well. So certainly there's a lot to take in right now, but ultimately we have to get through this weekend, and then once the dust settles and we figure out what exactly the land of Monday Night Raw, NXT, and SmackDown looks like with major wins and everything, we'll really see where the directions are going to take us into Royal Rumble season. But this matchup, this is a big time matchup for SmackDown right now. As the referee rings the bell, this matchup, we've seen this matchup plenty of times. We've seen it plenty of times through Raw and SmackDown, especially with when the Judgment Day first started. It was Finn Balor against Cody Rhodes, and Damien Priest would come out and help Finn Balor knock off Cody Rhodes. So with how everything started with the Judgment Day. It started with Cody Rhodes. It started with Finn Balor. It started with Damien Priest, and it's coming full circle. And we'll see if sooner rather than later, Cody Rhodes will be the man to put down the Judgment Day for once and for all. Cody Rhodes is actually the one that helped exterminate the NWO when he first came into the business, and that was a couple Survivor Series ago, if I do remember correctly. So certainly, that might be last year's Survivor Series if I do remember correctly. Either way, Cody Rhodes has helped out Monday Night Raw, exterminate that, and maybe the next extermination may be the Judgment Day, with just how damn brutal that group is. Cody Rhodes with a big haymaker and another one just for good measure. Rhodes now with an Irish whip over Priest. Ooh, a nice arm drag takedown there of Damien Priest. And despite seeing it, we've seen these guys change throughout the years, since having to deal with each other on Raw and even SmackDown. Cody Rhodes being a former WWE, a multi-time WWE champion, as well as being the Undisputed Champion. He's a two-time Undisputed Champion now. So a lot of things are going to be changing, certainly for maybe the better for Cody Rhodes and company trying to get rid of the Judgment Day, or it could be worse for them. Judgment Day could, finally get everything clicking all together and, continue to dominate WWE. As Cody Rhodes signaling maybe it's a little time for a little bit of a bionic elbow. And look at these big haymakers there from Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes, look at this. Crossroads from to Damien Priest, pinfall opportunity. Is this enough? Yes, it is. Just like that, Cody Rhodes, your champion, running right through Damien Priest. Damien Priest may still not be 100% after that assault from Will Ospreay on NXT. That's the only thing I could think of. But your Undisputed Champion runs through Damien Priest tonight. Can Cody Rhodes survive 2 matches at Survivor Series, and then after that, he can focus on the Royal Rumble? But big win from the American Nightmare tonight. Cody Rhodes over Damien Priest.
The following champion versus champion contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Women's Championship.
Main event time here live on SmackDown here in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Seems like we have been around here for a long time. It seems like Raw and SmackDown showing some love to Allentown, Pennsylvania. So shout out to anyone who is actually from Allentown, Pennsylvania, or just from Pennsylvania in general. It seems like here in our series we do like to go to you guys quite a bit. But focusing on this main event, Asuka is looking to become, well, right now she has 2 championships, but that is technically 1 championship, being the Undisputed Women's Tag Team Championships. She's looking to become technically 2 belts Asuka once again. Asuka versus Jade Cargill went down just 2 weeks ago live at ECW One Night Stand, and Jade Cargill, her era would officially begin by defeating Asuka. So far right now, Jade Cargill is undefeated here in the series. We'll see if she can continue her domination of Asuka here tonight. Man, that Asuka Jade Cargill matchup at ECW One Night Stand, that was not one single-handed dominance from Jade Cargill, but she showed everybody that she can stay in the ring with the best of the best. And now here she comes, your women's champion, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the Jade Cargill era, as Jade Cargill makes her way down the ring. Very dominant young woman, and I can see her going on to dominate SmackDown and WWE in general for a very long time. She signed a very lucrative contract to sign to SmackDown herself. Same with Stone Cold Steve Austin. Big names joining SmackDown months and months ago. But Jade Cargill is the woman on top here on SmackDown, and we'll see how she fares in the title defense against Asuka live tonight in your main event of the evening. How do you guys think this is going to go? As of right now, Jade Cargill has a massive triple threat match ahead of her at Survivor Series when it's Bayley, Tiffany Stratton, and Jade Cargill going at it. We'll see. I mean, Jade Cargill honestly could dominate that matchup for sure. Look at Asuka. She just look at those big eyes of Asuka. It looks like she is intense. She is ready. Jade Cargill is ready. She's not backing down from Asuka as well. It was a hell of a match the first time, and that very well could be a sequel that we were looking for. A championship matchup as at a lifetime here. Championship match of a lifetime is what I was trying to say, but here we go. The women's championship is on the line. Asuka, Jade Cargill, we are ready. Referee has officially started the matchup. Here we go, and look at Asuka. Those big haymakers to kick us off here, knocking down Jade Cargill down to one knee. That is just how brutal those kicks are. And a code breaker out of nowhere. Asuka coming right out of the gate, coming right after the champion here. Certainly, that's what you got to do against a woman like Jade Cargill, who is ever so dominant. And oh my goodness, look at that stomp in the spine, the middle of that back. She is sending a message to Jade Cargill very, very early. That Asuka is not the woman to be messed with. And Asuka now, high-risk opportunity. This is all to get her women's championship back. Big-time missile drop kick from up top. And just like that, man, this could be a one-sided beating right now from Asuka. Might be sending a message as Jade Cargill reverses that neck breaker and connects with her own. That's what Jade Cargill needs right now. She needs to get herself back in this matchup. If she has to cheat her way, whatever she has to way, I'm not condoning that, but that's what Jade Cargill will have to do as she's flexing on everybody here in Pennsylvania, here in the front row. And back in the ring we go. Asuka going to look to go back to work here on Jade Cargill. Ooh, nice suplex there from Asuka. For Asuka and Becky Lynch, they have their own big-time matchup against Team Raw versus Team Smackdown coming up at Survivor Series, as well as they are part of, I believe that it's a NXT TakeOver matchup as well. They're just part of Survivor Series, pardon me. But to talk about the NXT side, you're having 2 Raw and 2 SmackDown women's superstars teaming up to take on 4 NXT women, as it's going to be Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez representing SmackDown, Alexa Bliss and Bianca Belair representing Team Raw to take on Cora Jade, Sonya Deville, Roxanne Perez, and Zoe Stark. Pinfall opportunity from Asuka, but a strong kick out from Jade Cargill. Also, another big women's matchup coming up at NXT TakeOver tomorrow night. We have Tiffany Stratton, the NXT Women's Champion, taking on Charlotte Flair, ladies and gentlemen. That is a massive, massive matchup on the horizon. And it is going to be something that I'm really looking forward to, man. It is going to be a barn burner of a matchup. And it's going to be a do-or-die matchup for Tiffany Stratton for this weekend. Certainly she has that matchup, and then also that triple threat matchup between SmackDown Women's Champion Jade Cargill or Asuka, and then obviously Bayley, the Women's World Champion as well. Oh my goodness, right in the corner. That is not going to be feeling too good. And now Jade. Oh my God. You can hear that from the cheap seats. Asuka, her chest is bound to be right after that. You could hear that chop from the cheap seats. And a big boot for good measure. And now Cargill, high risk situation. She doesn't need to go high risk though. As Cargill with a frog splash out of nowhere. Is that enough? No. Strong kick out from Asuka now. Both women pulling out strong kickouts right now. They're digging down deep. They know how prestigious this championship is. And oh, look at this. The strength, the power of Jade Cargill, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Making it look so damn easy. Absolutely a stunner here. And now Jade with a nice suplex to continue her onslaught assault at the moment. And now, what is Jade Cargill thinking? Oh, big reversal, arm drag, takedown. I think Jade may have been thinking maybe like a pump handle slam, but now Asuka is going to make her eat her hip attack, folding her in half. But now Asuka. Asuka looking for that Asuka lock. Can she handle it? Can she bring Jade Cargill back down to earth? Yes, she does. Asuka lock applied. Center of the ring. Could you imagine if Jade Cargill has to tap out? Middle of that ring. Or somehow she can reach that right arm to that bottom rope. Or that middle rope of sorts. But a big elbow will certainly help her out there. How much damage was done via of that Asuka lock though, ladies and gentlemen? And now what is Jade thinking here? Brought her from the corner. Oh, right on the rope. Oh my goodness, right in the midsection there. And now, oh my good, the running knee. Oh my gosh. And now Jade just going to show you that absolute disrespectful side of her coming out there. She might be toying with the competition right now, and that is not a good look for the women's champion. But as long as it gets the job done, I guess it's what Jade Cargill can do. Oh, and a big running knee right there to the side of the skull. Good back and forth matchup from the start so far. Living up to the sequel hype right now. The winner of this matchup will be in that triple threat matchup at Survivor Series. It will be either, like I mentioned, Jade Cargill or Asuka against Tiffany Stratton and Bayley. Certainly a prove-it matchup for certainly with Tiffany Stratton, and it's also Jade Cargill if she also stays in that matchup. Cargill now, what does she have to do to put away Asuka right now? Perfect opportunity. Oh, wait a minute, she has her up. Down goes Asuka. Pinfall opportunity. This is what won her the championship in the first place. No, Asuka kicks out this time, and Cargill cannot believe it. Cargill's all fired up right now. And she's rubbing it in the face of everyone here in Pennsylvania, in Allentown, Pennsylvania. And now she's flexing on Asuka. I don't think that's the best thing to do right now. That's just going to piss her off. Oh, vicious knee. Gosh. Like I said, Asuka is not the woman to piss off or even give her the slightest opportunity in this matchup. Another vicious knee, man. These women are just so damn brutal with those strikes. Asuka now gonna, Asuka gonna continue to go to work here, but Jade, figuring she might be in trouble here, and now she's gonna inflict some more pain here. It's kind of what you have to do at this point in this conjunction of this matchup right now. That spinning punch to the face, very effective. Are you guys really thinking this matchup is going how you've really thought it would go? I mean, it's honestly, it looks like a lot like what we saw the first time around. Both women putting it all on the line. We saw a lot more little pedigrees from Jade Cargill. It seems like she may not be going to the well too many times when it comes to that. Maybe Triple H told her to stop using it as a drop kick there from Asuka. Asuka needs to get Jade Cargill back in the ring, though, if she wants to become, once again, the women's champion. Referee now is at 8. You'll see if Jade Cargill, Asuka, is able to break up the count and going to make sure she tosses in Jade Cargill. Jade back up to her feet here. Now we got ourselves a stalemate. Who will be able to pull off a major win here tonight? Asuka now. Asuka again. Looking for another Asuka lock, I believe. Yes, she is. Asuka lock, middle of that ring. But no, Asuka. Jade Cargill. She is able to get out of it. And we'll see if now Jade can capitalize. She has to if she wants to retain this championship right now. No, nice arm drag takedown there from the champion. And now Asuka bringing the fight, not backing down. And now, big suplex. And what a main event this has been, ladies and gentlemen. If you are just tuning in, you are witnessing one hell of a matchup here. Big hip attack there from Asuka. Asuka now going to toss Jade Cargill outside the ring. Perfect opportunity for Asuka just to take her time right now. Referee just got up to at least a 1 count right now. Jade Cargill still down and out at ringside here. Still trying to get herself at least a little bit of time to figure out what she needs to do here. As, oh no, tossed into that barricade. And these women are putting on a clinic, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta love what you're seeing, just in the terms of physicality, brutality, everything in this matchup. Jade Cargill is still trying to get out of this trance that she's in. And now it seems like Jade Cargill was trying to get herself in the ring, but now Asuka trying to help her out with that. And no, the code breaker out of nowhere. Asuka, she barely could hit that. You could just feel like just so much fatigue going into that maneuver. And now Asuka tossing Jade Cargill all the way down. Both these women need to get back inside the ring. And now Asuka saving a potential count out there. And now Asuka going to play games with Jade Cargill here. And again now Asuka. It's all about mind games at this point in the matchup, it really seems. That's, oh no. A big boot for playing games, I suppose. Certainly had to happen sometime. And now Jade Cargill has her up once again. Down goes Asuka. Crowd saying one more time. Certainly, I don't know if there's another time that can happen. As a big running knee strike to the face. This matchup has been, honestly, one of the better rematches I've seen in some times. Definitely up there with Seth Rollins and CM Punk for sure. And now Jade Cargill. The hell is she thinking now? Jade Cargill. Hurricane Rana. Halfway across the ring. Tosses Asuka through one of the hardest parts of the ring. That center of the ring there. And again, another vicious knee, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to get brutal, more physical. And now Jade Cargill going to go to the well one more time here. But then it's time for a good old military press power slam. And absolutely vicious, ladies and gentlemen. That is the MO of Jade Cargill there for you. And now this is where she's going to dissect Asuka right now. And you kind of have to. Asuka being one of the most dangerous superstars on the roster today. Oh no, Asuka fighting out of it. But now Asuka getting hit with a reversal as well. And I think Jade is rubbing it in way too much right now. I think she has to stay on Asuka right now. You cannot continue to play games with Asuka. Oh, big reversal from the Empress of Tomorrow. And now big reversal. And now, oh no, Asuka now. Asuka now. Could this be it? Asuka now. She's trying to get her to tap out. Will Jade Cargill be able to slip out of this? Very close. Asuka. Can Asuka somehow get her to tap out? But again, Jade Cargill somehow survives it. Holy crap. And another knee strike. Why not? Might as well go to the well some more times. Why not? And now Jade setting up Asuka again to hit that maneuver on Asuka. Will that be enough to put her away this time? It wasn't enough last time, but it is this time. Jade Cargill puts away Asuka. What a matchup between Asuka and Jade Cargill. Moments in this match, if you believe that maybe Asuka was going to win the championship, but Jade Cargill, she's showing you guys that she can hang with the best of the best, and the matchup is still official for that matchup at Survivor Series, Jade Cargill will still be facing Tiffany Stratton and Bayley in that triple threat matchup at Survivor Series. Good luck to Jade Cargill. She will need it, and we'll see how she fares in the biggest matches of her career. Wait a second. That is the tag team partner of Asuka, ladies and gentlemen. That is Becky Lynch. What is the champ, the Undisputed Women's Tag Team Champion, Becky Lynch, doing out here? She's coming out here. Certainly Asuka is out here probably to maybe prove a point, maybe say something to Jade Cargill about right here, right now. The Women's Tag Team Champion is in the house, making her full entrance. Asuka just put on a show, and now it is time for Becky Lynch to get face-to-face probably with the SmackDown Women's Champion. What will Becky Lynch have to say, if anything, to the Women's Champion, Jade Cargill? Becky Lynch sure has herself a big matchup coming up very soon as well. We'll see how she fares at Survivor Series weekend. But first off, let's see what the Undisputed Women's Tag Team Champion has to say. So it looks like you're the next big thing here in WWE, Jade Cargill. I've seen a lot of women like you come into WWE and only be here for a couple months or even maybe a couple years. And I'll compare you to Ronda Rousey. You're this big thing, this big hit, but then after a couple years, you're out of the picture, you're out of the main event, and what do you turn into? Just some jabroni on the roster. I know technically me and you have had a one-on-one contest, but if you do remember correctly, Jade, you attacked me from behind and you beat me within 1 to 2 minutes. How about this next matchup between you and I? How about you not attack me from behind, or how about you actually come out first so we can actually have a one-on-one contest to see who the better woman is here in WWE? Somebody needs to stop you before all that power goes to your head, thinking that you're hot shit, Jade. Yeah, you're on fire, you're on top of the world, you're the top woman here on SmackDown. And I've even gone to building up the women's tag team division so much that I've gone away from going after that very championship, but I think it's now time for me to set eyes on your championship. I'm going to toss this challenge out to you right here, right now, Jade, for the Royal Rumble. In just 5 weeks' time, Jade Cargill, I want to challenge you for your women's championship. What do you say, Jade? A proper one-on-one matchup. No attacking from behind. Just a normal wrestling match to see who the actual best woman here on SmackDown really is. I've been waiting for you to step up, Becky. I've saw what you did before signing up to WWE. You were one of the best, and then you even carelessly took yourself out of the SmackDown Women's picture just to elevate the Women's Tag Team Championships. And you know what? To be honest with you, I appreciate that, stepping up for the rest of the women's division. If you really want the SmackDown Women's Championship back around your waist, I'll give you an opportunity at the Royal Rumble. I accept. But just so that you understand, the same result will happen to you exactly what happened at ECW One Night Stand and also tonight. Asuka face down and me still being women's champion. The same result will happen at the Royal Rumble. Well, it already looks like we have one match that will be happening live at the Royal Rumble. It's been official. It seems like Becky Lynch and Jade Cargill going at it in 5 weeks' time. But these women have something else to focus on, and that is Survivor Series weekend starting tomorrow night at NXT TakeOver WarGames. Let the games begin.